Hey Starlight, it's me Stephanie, and I'll be your reader for today. So welcome to the Priestess of Serenity's YouTube channel. You can follow me now on Instagram and on my Tumblr. I sometimes do free private readings. On my Tumblr, you can send either anonymous message or just message me if you have Tumblr. You should be fine either or. So this reading is going to be a reading about reflection. I'll put where I got this spread in the description box down below. We have 7 piles today. So, first pile is pile 1. Tia Grant from, or Mysteria from Tales of Abyss, one of my favorite video games of all time. Group of otakus. I forgot the name of the anime, but you know, I'll put it down in the description box if you guys are curious. But it's a really cute anime. It's like adults just living their lives while being otakus. The classic, the retro, Game Boy Color. And for the third time, yikes, Pikachu. And we have the Blue Lion House. Blue Lion House from Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Felix from Fire Emblem 3 Houses. And female Byleth, well, Nekomimi, female Byleth from Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Okay, so that's pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, pile number 5, pile number 6, pile number 7. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, you guys could take a deep breath or just pick the charm that just stands out the most to you. Either or. And I'll see you in your pile. Okay, bye. Pile number 1. So we'll be doing a self-reflection spread, and I'm so excited to do that with you guys. So how this is gonna go is I'm gonna read the spread first, and then I'm gonna use the charm last. So as you know, that's how we do it here. Okay, so the first card is 5 of Chalices, and that's fixation, right? So I'm gonna read the prompt. It says, what are parts of yourself or your life that you tend to get hung up about? Confront yourself, be good, but overly obsessed or on a particular problem or aspect of yourself can inhibit growth. Okay, so, well, you guys, you, pile number 1, are my pessimists, which is actually not surprising considering who the person is, but I'll get to that in the end. You guys are pessimists. You guys are always looking at the 3 broken pots rather than the 2 pots that are perfectly fine. You guys are so fixated on the past. So I'm currently doing this reading during our global pandemic. That's the plague, the coronavirus strand. So right now we're thinking about past systems that we wish were true, friendships, everything that we used to take for granted. You guys are focusing on that particularly, which I understand. A lot of things are changing. But we also have to look at the possibilities of starting anew. So, yeah. Okay, so card 2 is 5 of Wands. So that one's focusing on what you are ignoring. So it says here, what you tend to push aside, some of the unable to see the good things in themselves or their lives, or while others gloss over their faults and avoid addressing their issues. So this card is usually about aggression. So there are two types of people for this. Either you guys are the type to look for a fight. It could be, what do I mean when I say look for a fight? Some of you guys are on social media, screaming at people, trying to show facts, believing that those self-righteous posts is gonna help change the narrative. But as you have came to know, sadly, arguments on the internet don't usually change people's opinions. Sometimes a belief is a belief, or people are just trolls, and there's only so much you can do. The other is there are some of you who do not speak up when there's an argument. You'll remain quiet. You'd rather not bother with it. Yeah. You don't see the point of it. It becomes this huge stage of who said this and who said that. A lot of puppets. Like you believe fighting, especially online, is just puppeteering, because you don't really know who you're contacting with. So you don't waste your time. You don't want to waste your time on that. So you ignore that issue, right? So card 3 is false. Okay, so we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so you guys don't believe you deserve the comforts you have right now. This could be because you have a home, you have food, you have a caring support system, but you still feel wrong to want more, especially in this time period where you realize that you have a lot more than what you originally thought you did. You took for granted a lot of things, and because of that, you don't even feel like you deserve what you have, and that's not true. Count your blessings that you are in a safe environment, and that you have people you care about, and that you know there's going to be food in the kitchen. There's nothing wrong with being upset and unsure what our current situation is, but I also don't believe people should suffer because of guilt. That's not how it works. Okay. Next card is, sorry guys, is decipher, right? So it says, what others have yet to understand. Everyone has something about themselves which they don't fully grasp or can't quite put into words. Okay. And then this is the 7 of Swords. So you guys lie. And I don't think you guys realize how often you lie. They might start off as little white lies. They might start off as big major lies, or you're lying to yourself, you're lying to other people. You're telling people that you're all right and you're not. Pinocchio, so this little figure is Pinocchio. So Pinocchio is stealing the tools from Geppetto, his father, who's asleep, because Pinocchio wants to do something that he believes is going to help him become a real boy. If he had just spoken to Geppetto about what his desires are, him and Geppetto could have came together and been able to comfort each other. But be more honest about what you're currently going through. I think you don't even realize how underhanded your actions are at times to other people. So keep that in mind. Group number 1. And the last is want. So what do you guys want? 7 of Wands. You guys want peace. You guys want to see the end of this war. That's what a lot of government officials and people are calling this epidemic is a war. You just want peace. And I'm going to read your charms. So this is Tear Grant, and she starts off trying to kill her brother. Game spoiler. Like, this game's been out for over 10 years. Like, sorry if I spoiled it for you. So she comes off very standoffish, very by the rules, does not like to play around, but actually reality has a very soft spot and cares about people and loves cute things. So she's pessimistic and a little on edge throughout the game, but then learns how to soften up. And in the end of the game, all she really does want is the betterment of the world. I mean, that was always her original goal. So you guys want to see the world become what it is going to become. But it is a little nerve-wracking for you guys because you don't know what that's going to be, which is fine because we all don't know what it's going to be, but we're in it together. So we'll figure out and create the world that we dream it should be. Okay? So that's reading group number 1. So takeaways from it, honestly, work on your pessimistic side. Work on your aggression because some of you guys are very aggressive or passive aggressive. What we need to learn is how to be assertive so we can express our wants and needs. You deserve everything you have and don't take it for granted. Be honest with people around you during these times. And then right here, 9 of Wands is we just want peace. We just want to see the end of it. So that's all we want. All right, guys. If you like this reading, please like, comment. Let me know if this resonated. This is not a reading about like fortune telling in that type of sense. It's more about like checking in on ourselves. So if this resonated, please let me know. You can follow me on Instagram and Tumblr. So sometimes I do free private readings. I'm not on the stage right now or feel comfortable to do paid readings yet due to the season of Lent. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time for the next video. All right, bye, and have a nice day or night whenever you watch this. Okay, bye. All right, pile number 2. Welcome to your self-reflection read. Oops. All right, pile number 2. Welcome to your self-reflecting reading. Okay, so I'll be reading the charm last, and this reading is focusing on self-reflection. So the first card is your fixation. King of Wands. Okay, so you guys miss working. You guys miss being outside, being sure of yourself, a firehouse, like power. Miss all the power and the authority you guys used to have. Like, that was your thing. Like, part of your identity was knowing that you had the power to shift and create life the way you want it to be. Okay? And what are you ignoring? So we have 10 of chalices. So we have a happy home, happy situation. So you guys are blessed with a good situation right now. Supportive friends, supportive family, a roof over your heads, food. Yeah, you guys are very blessed in the situation, but I don't think you're really paying attention to that. I think you're so fixated on the fact that you lost your power. So you might have lost your job, may have suffered a pay cut, burnout for some of you who are essential workers. So you're not really looking at the good of the situation. Okay. So, next card. false. Okay. So this is judgment in reverse. So judgment's usually a card. Well, judgment in upright is about rebirth. The horn of Gabriel is ringing, and it's time to go into heaven, and the apocalypse is basically over. So you're worried that we are just in the beginning, and in a sense you're right. We are sort of in the beginning of the stages, but we are reaching the climax. It's just gonna take time. This card's about divine timing as well, and it's not time for the situation to end just yet, but we just have to keep pushing forward. Okay. Decipher. So this is interesting. So for the fourth card, you got the Fool. So you actually have this abundant energy, and I do not want to say excited, but you're curious. That's where I'm going to go. You're curious about what's going to happen after this. This whole pandemic, this whole life situation, your current stage in life, like what happens after we get through this divine timing block, because that's what it is. Want to move forward, but it's actually not the time to move forward. And then the last card is you want. So you want opportunity. You want to stop feeling down, and you want someone to give you an opportunity. Well, the opportunity is going to come in divine timing. Okay? So, right here. So then we have our little otaku crew. So they're a group of friends. One's obsessed with drawing doujinshi, cosplaying as a gender bent cosplay, but really cosplaying, if that resonates more with you, video games, and then Yuri. So he's into Yuri, she's into yaoi. They're together, and they're common, and they're like BFFs, and so are they. So I feel like this is talking about a group of friends. So I get it. You miss being the center of attention with your group of friends, but you guys are still talking and interacting with each other even in the midst of it. So your friendship is still solid, but doesn't mean you don't miss it. Which is why this is here. There's an opportunity to reach out, because what you want is people to reach out to you, but not in the way you want them to. Okay? But you need to be more honest and talk to your group of friends about how do you want to be treated during this time. Are you self-isolating yourself? Because that's also what this image can say, that you are not reaching out to the group of people that are willing to talk to you. Again, the second card is about ignoring. So maybe you're ignoring your friends and not realizing it because you're so immersed in the fear of not knowing what's going to happen next. So my advice for you, group number 2, is reach out to your friend. They're waiting for you, and wherever this new direction or how you guys interact, we're all on a learning basis. We don't know what we're doing, but like I said to group number 1, we're in it together. So we're figuring it out. Okay. And that's your reading, group number 2. If this resonated, please comment, like. I also have a Tumblr and an Instagram. Sometimes I do free readings on Tumblr. You can leave me an ask or a message if you have Tumblr. Actually, you have very limited readings as of right now while taping this. I have 4 open slots, but that might not be true by the time you get a chance. So you'll have to wait if that's the case. But again, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day or night. Bye. Okay, Hey, group number 3. So this is a self-reflection reading, so welcome. And so I shall be doing your charm last, and I'll be doing the spread. So I'll put the spread's information in the description box down below in case you guys are curious doing it yourselves. You might be a tarot reader yourselves. Okay, so we're gonna start with the first card. Justice. So this is a matter of logic versus heart. This is also about equilibrium. So right now the scales are being balanced at this present moment. So that's what you're fixated on. You're fixated that things are lining up as they should, neither good nor bad. That's how you're viewing this current moment for yourself. Okay. What are you ignoring? That there is victory coming your way, that you are victorious, that you are right. The Centaur is waving his banners, and all the others are also waving their banners. So there's victory in the horizon for you, and you're ignoring it, which I don't understand, but we'll get further through. Okay, what is false? Okay, so you don't think you're a social butterfly. You don't think that people want to be near you. You think that you're not that feminine, you're not as fiery as you think you are. And I'm here to tell you that is a load of garbage. You are very outgoing. You are a very fiery personality. Sometimes you might not feel it, but you are. You give that off. Let's see, the fourth one is is decipher. Okay, so you are a leader. When the scales balance, when the war is over, when you come to realization about what your strengths are, people are going to look towards you and they're going to ask for your guidance during this time. So please keep that in mind. And then what do you want? So this is a reverse 6 of Swords. So I'm going to put it right side up so you guys can see the symbolism a little bit. So it's raining, keeps following directions, moving towards the sun and the moon and the ducks and the sails. Yeah, so upside down. So you're not actually going to go to the direction people think you should go. You don't want to follow the beaten path. You want to be different. In this new society world that's going to emerge from this current climate, you don't want to go back to the way it was. Yeah, you don't want to go back. You believe in justice. You believe in righteousness. That whatever the outcome is, no one is better than the other. That's proof, and that's your form of victory. And even though you're shy and you don't really talk about your beliefs that much, people know it. You are a leader. You are definitely a leader because these are 2 leader cards. And they're both fiery signs. So you have a very fiery personality. You just don't want to acknowledge it. And then I'm going to, right here is the Game Boy. So this is like a, well, I used to play Game Boys when I was younger. I actually had 2 when I lost because I was like 5. So I didn't understand what the responsibility was. But people would say like this is a game that are very simple rules. But actually, life is not that simple. This took a lot of technology. This was a lot this was technologically advanced. Sorry, words fail me a lot. Advanced for its time, and they had a lot of games, and there was a lot of process to play these games. You had to get the batteries. Sometimes the cartridge for the game didn't want to work, so you had to like blow it, like clean it, and then if the game was actually destroyed, like it was over. Gotta buy a whole new cartridge. Start all over. Oh, so that's what it is. For you, you believe we're all on a new fresh start. That we're just blowing all the dust away. Like we're reinventing who we are, who you are, who everyone is. Okay, I can understand. All right, that's your reading, group number 3. If you like this, consider subscribing. You can follow me on Instagram, Tumblr. On Tumblr, I give out free private readings occasionally. As of right now, there's only 4 available spots, but that's subject to change by the time I post this video up. But if this resonates, please comment, let me know, like this video. Yeah, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night. Bye. Hey, pile number 4 with the Yikes Pikachu. So I'll be doing this charm last, and this is a self-reflection tarot reading. So I've been noticing with the other piles that it's more of a reflection about how we're feeling during this pandemic. Like usual, because of this pandemic, my readings are really timeless. So, but they could be used for different phases in life. But it's really, as of right now, it seems to be focusing on this pandemic, which is fine. We all need some source of comfort while we're here. Okay, so first card is Wheel of Fortune. So this is about our fixation. So you guys might be thinking that this is karma for all that has been occurring in your life, all these events, either good nor bad. Even though I think when it's upright, it's like usually working in your favor. So you're thinking everything's working in your favor at this point. Yeah, you're probably one of the lucky few who have kept their jobs or are able to use vacation or sick days during this time period. Yeah, what you're ignoring. Okay, so you're ignoring, oops, sorry, I don't know what that was. So what are you ignoring? You're really down and you're ignoring someone's advice. You're ignoring one person's advice in particular. You're so fixated on the negative impacts of it, but you're not listening to this one person. So keep that in mind. Okay. Third card is what is false. Okay, so you don't have to be a leader right now, guys. You don't have to be a leader. You don't have to tell everyone everything's to be okay. You don't have to do the forefront of it. Yeah, you don't. No one knows what's happening. We're all just figuring it out together. You don't have to be the voice of reason if you don't want to. You don't have to man the houses if you don't want to. This is really a time really more to take care of ourselves than anything. We can support people while we're in it, but we don't need to be in charge if we don't feel like we are called to do so. This is not the time to pretend to be someone you're not. Okay. So, the fifth card is, I keep saying fifth when it's fourth. The fourth card, which is the fifth of chalices, it's about deception. So the truth is, you're an optimist or you're a pessimist. This could be either or for people, but I believe the truth is you want to be perceived as a pessimist because everyone else around you is a pessimist. So it's easier to go around that bandwagon than anything else. But I don't think that's actually the case. So this is the Fifth of the Chalices, and this is about not like being a pessimist. So yeah, you're deceiving people with a positive persona that is not true. Again, like I've said before, if you don't feel called, pulled to help and be so positive, then don't. Like, this is not the time to exert ourselves. We are going through such a massive change in society. I'm getting a little teary-eyed. So I feel your pain because there could, okay. And then what you want the world to go back to the way it was. And I'm sorry to say, but it's not. It's never going back to the way it was. Nobody wants to be around, like, people say that they want to be around when the world changes, but they don't understand what that looks like. Like, they don't understand that the cycles and the systems that we've grown up with or created or known, or even our grandparents have known all their lives, is about to change. And it'll never go back to the way it was. It's kind of like when we discover electricity or even the internet. The internet's a little better. Like, now that you have the internet, people are less likely to ask their librarians for help because they're like, oh, I could just Google it. This world is not going to be the same. And you're mourning that. Okay. And then here's your charm, your Yikes Pikachu. So you're seeing the changes. You don't like it. You're not ready. You were not anticipating it, but no one was. So this is the first time in a while that you've realized that you're tired of giving this front of knowing everything, and Fortune's changing it because now you don't have to be the leader anymore. You can ask other people for advice. Someone's trying to give you advice during this pandemic or this situation. Reach out to them. It might be something you need to hear. And that's your reading group number 4. So if you like this video, please like, comment if this resonated with you. I have an Instagram and a Tumblr. So occasionally I do free readings on Tumblr, but at the moment I have 4 slots open for that. I can't promise that they'll be open for the time this video airs. So yeah, please subscribe if you want to see more of my content, and I'll see you again. All right, bye. Hello, group number 5. Okay, so this is a self-reflection reading, and I hope this resonates with you guys. You picked the Blue Lion House. Little cute babies. And I've been noticing in my readings that this is focusing more so on the pandemic that this is currently going on while this reading is sent. But again, this could still resonate even after the pandemic. So yeah, just to let you guys know, if it sounds a little bit too specific about the events of the coronavirus outbreak, that's why. Okay, so first card. Okay, so this is actually a bonus card from the tarot deck I use. So this is the Happy Squirrel in reverse. So we're fixated on the fact that we're not happy, and I say we, I know this is in my card, but so you're fixated on that your happy free days are gone. You're the type of person that used to go to brunch, used to party, used to hang out with friends, which is yeah, I'll explain this charm in the end. Used to hang out with friends. It was just like amazing. You were living your best life, and then the virus happened, and now you're in self isolation. Well, that's how at least it feels like, even though it's called social distancing. Yeah, so that's what you're fixated on. You're very upset about that. What you're ignoring, you're ignoring, you're, okay. So when the sun is upside down, it's sort of like midnight. So you're probably staying up late and having very dark thoughts at the moment because of the situation. But you're trying to push it down and trying to pretend everything is fine because you don't want to focus too much on the negative. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's false. Okay, so this is a false victory. Because you're ignoring your problem, you think that you're doing a good job during this crisis, and you're actually not. It's actually wounding you. Deception. You're not as strong as you think you are. You are not as strong as you think you are. And what you want, and I'm going jumping right in because I feel like this is a reading I have to just do it all together. And then you have the Fool, which is the 5th card, which is talking about wants. Okay, so I'm gonna just lay it out for you guys, 100%. You miss the old days of going outside. You're currently not used to this feeling of feeling down and depressed. You're an extrovert, first of all. So I can tell that because you're used to being with a huge crowd of people and friends. You think ignoring your issue is actually helping you, and it's not. You're not as strong as you think you are, and you just want a brand new fresh start. Please reach out to your friends. Please reach out to your friends. So this charm is about a group of friends in the video game. They're a group of friends that promise that they'll see each other within 5 years. And they kept their promise, and they fought a war with each other, which I guess if we're talking about pandemic, is technically we're in a war. And they bound together and helped each other get to the next stage and what they want in life and all this stuff. Reach out to your friends. Right now you're in a dark place. You're not as strong as you think you are, and you don't have to be. This is not the time to prove you can toughen up. If you need help, get help. Your friends are also in the same dilemma. Everyone's in the same dilemma. We all don't know what's happening, and sometimes we just need to be comforted by another person or voice, or just to know that at least today, at this very moment, that we're okay. Okay? And that is your reading, group number 5. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, comment. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me also on Tumblr. And occasionally I do free private readings on Tumblr. So, you might get a chance to get a personalized reading for me. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. Have a good night, or enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Okay. Hey, group number 6. My pile, my people. Okay, so this is a self-reflection reading. I've noticed that a lot of these readings are talking about the pandemic that we're currently going through. So that seeps into this reading. Yeah, takeaway resonates. If you are watching this in a different time period, yeah, so let's get started. Okay. So the first card is fixation, right? So the Knight of Chalices is in reverse. So we're fixated on a message, on an emotional message that we desperately want to come. Yeah, definitely. Ignoring. So judgment. So it's actually not the time for this message to come just yet. We have to wait. We have to be patient. Right. Okay. And then the false. So the page of, first of all, this is a very emotional reading because all you see is blue and most of it is just cups. So it's all just emotion. So this could be like romance, friendship, relations, acquaintances, all that stuff. So the falsehood is page of swords. So we, not swords, of chalices. So we think that message is never coming, but it actually is. It's going to come. It's definitely going to come. Okay. Deception. So I'm going to say we because I'm literally in this pile. So this is a we. We don't think we're emotionally as mature as we actually are. So sometimes you want to just have fits of rage. Sometimes you just want to like curse someone out because you're so irritated. But at the end of the day, you might feel like you want to do it, but then then there's a part of you, the bigger, more emotionally immature parts, like they're going through their own stuff. I understand. I'm going through my own things too. We're all going through this. We don't really know what we're doing, but I kind of wish they would message me. Is what your thought is, but it's like I understand if they don't. Okay, and the Chariot. So you want things to move forward, right? You're driven for the next to go to the next step, but we're ignoring that right now is not the time to go to the next step. And then this is a jumper card. So this is the reverse three of chalices. So any event, any activity that you thought you were gonna have coming up soon, as you may know, it's not being able to happen because of the virus. But this also could be about jealousy as well. That a group of people, 2 or even 3 people, are jealous of you for unknown reasons. Maybe they're just jealous about the way you're handling the situation. Like they're jealous or envious about how you're handling your current situation. Like you're handling your issues with such calm clarity that infuriates them, because it's like, why aren't you upset? I would be upset if I was in your situation, but you know being upset in your situation is not going to help you. So that's why you're like, I'm opting out. I'm going to be more mature about this because I know if I keep a level head, then I'll be able to move forward with my life, wherever this may be. That's right. So, and then I'm going to interpret this charm. So this is Felix from Fire Emblem, and he's basically a living version of a cat. So he's very mature, but he has moments where he has it's very snarky. But if you listen to Felix's advice, it actually is very warranted. So we give off the impression of not caring, but then we do care, if very deeply, right? So that is your reading, group number 6. If you like this video, please like, subscribe to my channel for more video content like this. I have an Instagram and a Tumblr. Occasionally on Tumblr, I offer free private readings, but supplies are, while supplies last, basically, while supplies last. Yeah, so until next time, Bye. Good night. Have a nice day. And bye. And last but definitely not least, pile number 7. So, hi. This is self-reflection reading. I've been noticing from the last 6 piles that this is infused with the current energy of the pandemic, the coronavirus. But this could again be used for other case scenarios. Okay, so are you ready? Because I am. All right, here we go. So, your fixation. So, reverse King of Swords. You are very uncomfortable not knowing how the situation is going. Like, the numbers are terrifying. The statistics are just mind-blowingly. So, you know the statistics are wrong. And that's what's making you even more nervous. What you're ignoring this is the world in reverse. So what you're ignoring is that the world is changing. Like, you're not acknowledging that the world is on the next step to wherever this virus and how all of our nations, communities, even how our individual choices are going to impact and change how we live moving forward. Very false. We're not. There's no victory at right now. There are going to be countless lives lost, and this is not a battle of winning against anything, because we're not fighting anything that's alive. A virus is not alive. A virus is just an organism that latches onto people and tries its best to survive off of a living person. So we're not even fighting a living thing. We are just trying to survive. And surviving and winning do not go hand in hand. So, all right, deception. So, we are not balanced. Well, sorry, I don't know why we said we. I said we. It's your reading. Sorry. So, there's no balance of both spiritual and physical, and we have to find the balance. Like, I would, if you believe in that sort of thing, pray. If you don't, I would say keep a journal, just making sure you check in on yourself during this this time in your life, this pandemic, this life-changing situation. Okay, and then right here is what you want. I think you want things to be the way they were, which is weird because you weren't happy. So I don't know why you would want to go back to the way they were. Maybe because you knew what it was, and because of that, it made you feel safe because you already knew what the deal was. But there's nothing wrong with the world changing. There's nothing wrong with change. It's just the factors that are going along with the change is what's unnerving. Right. And then right here is her charm. So this is Nekomimi Byleth, and in Fire Emblem, let me just check. Okay, so it's not one of those charms. So in Fire Emblem, Byleth knows nothing about the world. They spent their whole lives just roaming around it and going by what their parent figure, father, tells them to do. They don't really think much of it. And they learned later on that their favorite thing to do, one of their favorite things to do, is go fishing. So sometimes we're just walking around this earth and we don't even realize that we're just mindlessly doing what we're told. until one day when we finally have time and we're finally able to ask ourselves, what is it that actually makes us happy? Do we realize that we have a hobby that generally brings us joy? So my advice for you, group number 7, is reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your emotions, your physical health. What brings you joy? Do you like playing video games? I mean, I'm saying that because I obviously do. Painting, singing, making music. You need to rebalance yourself. You need to learn yourself again, because in this period with all this free time, if you are lucky enough to have that, it's time to reconnect. We shouldn't want to go back to a place where we're not as happy as we should be. Life is short. You only live once. Even if you live in reincarnation, this life is still important. Like, it's not a stepping stone. You're currently in it. So make the most of it. And create the life you want. This is the time to do that. Create the life you want. Okay. And that's your reading group number 7. And I hope you enjoyed it. If it resonated, please like, comment. I would love to message you guys about updates. I have an Instagram that currently has nothing in it, and I have a Tumblr. So occasionally I offer free readings on Tumblr. If you're interested, please send a message via the Axe box or message me on Tumblr. As of right now, I have 4 slots left open, but that's subject to change. Yeah, so I might open it up again maybe in May, because it kind of all filled up by April. So I don't know. Anywho, enjoy the rest of your day, evening, and bye.